Morning, Neil. Sean here in the very heart of London today. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're out and about today. I thought I'd take you out with me on an off story, as we like to call them. We're going inside Kensington Palace. Oh yes, we are. Now they've got a beautiful cafe and I know I've already checked, it's open. Not quite sure if they're serving Horlicks, we'll soon rectify that. And of course they've got that wonderful shop. But today we are literally going inside life through a royal lens. It's a brand new exhibition and it basically features the history of royal photography. Along the way we get to see some wonderful examples of exactly how royal photography has shaped our lives, and then there's some exclusive pictures that you've never seen before, along with a wonderful curator called Claudia who talks us through how the exhibition was put together. You see, we're taking you on a day out, so do join me in Kensington Palace right now. So we're now inside the beautiful and historic Kensington Palace. Let me tell you, when you just walk through the doors of here, you can truly feel the history. And that's why I love all of the exhibitions that historic royal palace has put together. And this truly is no exception. What I like about life through a royal lens is that, I don't know about you, but when you think about these photographers, particularly of my generation, they were the instas of their day. The likes of Cecil Beaton, David Bailey, Norman Parkinson, you name it, they were the person who could make you look fabulous on camera. They had all the styles, the tricks, the atmosphere, and they became iconic images around the world that we still see today. So let me take you through this wonderful exhibition, which is open right now, easy to book, and they truly do need your support. And as ever, let us know what you think to these images. What memories do they evoke for you? And more importantly, can you remember some of these pictures appearing in the media around the world? Come on.
Kensington Palace is the childhood home of Queen Victoria, and so the curatorial team here have spent a long time looking at Queen Victoria in dress, and particularly at Queen Victoria in public image making. And photography, of course, became a key part of that after its invention in 1839. And so because she was the first monarch who had almost the entirety of her reign captured on camera, that was where our first interest was. Of course, then in the 20th century, Anthony Armstrong Jones, renowned photographer, lived here with Princess Margaret. And today the Duchess of Cambridge is a really talented amateur photographer herself. So it sort of seemed like a natural fit, really, for a display here at Kensington.
This beautiful silk screen print behind me is the thing that greets you as you walk through the first room. And it features our reigning monarch, our gracious Majesty the Queen, 70 years on the throne this year, wonderful Platinum Jubilee celebrations in the making. And then of course opposite her, a lady who truly needs no introduction, Queen Victoria. And Kensington Palace was her original home, of course. And wherever you step through, you get a sense of history of what it must have been like in the world, the court of Queen Victoria. What you love about this exhibition is, though, there are very early pictures that Prince Albert and Queen Victoria had commissioned themselves. And when you think Prince Albert and Victoria truly knew the value of the media, the brand new media that was photography, they knew that their public needed to see them, and more importantly through the changes. And this is where this exhibition really excels, because while we look at more modern day pictures later on in the exhibition, it truly all started, as with so many things, with the Victorians.
But the thing to remember is that we think of kind of filters and photoshopping as a very modern thing. It's not at all. So, you know, since the very dawn of photography, people have been adapting and manipulating and improving photographs as well. So, you know, there's lots of lovely referencing to asking for a little kind of nip tuck here and a smoothing there.
Now in this wonderful area of Kensington Palace and this exhibition, Life Through a Royal Lens, is what is being called the Ceremonial Area. This is the pictures where we really do remember seeing them worldwide, because they were the image makers, the news makers of their day. a lovely plethora of pictures from the celebrated photographer Cecil Beaton. Now Cecil Beaton, it's hard to imagine really just how famous he was during his era. As we know, lots of members of the royal family enjoyed being photographed by him, very similar to the fashion designer Norman Hartnell. As we know, the Queen Mother was a favourite of Hartnell, and then that was passed on to Princess Margaret and the very young Princess Elizabeth. And it really is the same with photographers. I guess they thought, well, he's made Mum look good, maybe he could do something with me. And this is what's nice about when you look around these pictures, you sort of think, I remember seeing that, oh yes, you know, because the power of photography. And I think this is really the sort of, for me, the germ, if you like, of this exhibition. It just shows you what you remember, simply because they've been in our conscience for so many years. And not just the fact that it's ceremonial and historical, but it's just the images, you know. This particular image in this room of Our Gracious Majesty the Queen was one that was hanging up in my school every morning as we held assembly. So I didn't know the background to it, but thanks to this exhibition, I truly do now. That's why you should come along. Now behind me here is truly a lady who simply needs no introduction. It's the late and wonderful Princess Diana. And this particular shot was taken by David Bailey, and it's an exclusive here at the exhibition. And really worth the ticket price alone, because I always love finding new pictures of royals that we've never seen. And I don't know if you heard about this particular interview that Mr. Bailey gave to some of the media, but he was really kind of fun about exactly how the pictures came around and what happened. I love the fact that he said he was a little bit cheeky to Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, and he said that she was really girlish about it and, you know, took it all in good fun. There was a throwaway remark about him asking her, you know, are the jewels real or were they paste or fake? Can you imagine? Off to the tower with him. But this particular image of Diana truly is one that you do kind of think, yes, that is the Diana that I remember, starting out on a royal life, a life of course that was cut way short, way too soon, but as ever will live on in our royal memories.
I think the beauty of this exhibition is that there will be, you know, something that every person can relate to. These are the most photographed people in the world, and you know, whatever you sort of think of monarchy, you will have had a kind of awareness of these faces. And what this exhibition does is it shows you a lot of the images that you might know, and we talk about how those sort of really famous, iconic images were made, but it also shows you a lot that you perhaps won't have seen before, you know, some surprising intimate pictures of royal life, and it really puts that in the kind of long arc of royal history and actually British social history.
So that's it. We've taken you through a very brief look at a wonderful new exhibition at Kensington Palace, simply titled Life Through a Royal Lens. Now it's running right through until October 2022. So if you're coming to London and you have the time, please take time out to take a look at this wonderful exhibition. As I say, we've only scratched the surface here today, but I just wanted to share it with you so you can see what we get up to in the rest of the time of the day. And as I say, Kensington Palace itself, even if you're just sitting in the benches of the gardens, you can really seep up the history. It's really all around you, and I think a lot of people will agree that everything started in this exhibition with, of course, Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert knew the value of marketing, and more importantly, they will be now described as modern day influencers. Live Through a Royal Lens is on now, as I say, right through until October. Do let me know what you think to this particular exhibition, and of course, as ever, your thoughts in the comments below. Neil Sean, Kensington Palace, London.